Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like you were not good enough? Maybe you thought your body should look different, or your life should be more successful. Maybe you felt that you should be more confident, more organized, or more perfect in some way. If you have ever felt like this, you are not alone. Many people feel the pressure to be perfect in today's world. We often compare ourselves to others, especially on social media, where people only show their best sides. We see perfect photos, happy stories, and success everywhere. This can make us feel like we are not doing enough or not being enough. But the truth is, nobody is perfect, and we do not need to be. Life is not about being perfect. It is about being real. Learning to accept ourselves with all our strengths and weaknesses is one of the most important lessons we can learn. Embracing imperfection means understanding that we all make mistakes, have flaws, and face challenges. It means knowing that we are still worthy of love, happiness, and respect, even when we are not perfect. Self-acceptance is the key to inner peace. When we accept ourselves for who we are, we stop fighting against our own nature. We become kinder to ourselves. We stop judging ourselves so harshly, and we start treating ourselves with the same kindness we offer to others. This helps us build a stronger, healthier relationship with ourselves. But self-acceptance does not mean giving up on growth. It means accepting where we are now while still working to become better in a healthy and loving way. It means saying, I am not perfect, and that is okay. I can still grow, but I will not hate myself for being human. One way to embrace imperfection is to recognize that failure is part of learning. When we fail, we gain experience. We learn what does not work, and we try again. Every successful person has failed many times before reaching their goals. The difference is, they did not let failure define them. They saw failure as a lesson, not as a reason to give up. Another way to practice self-acceptance is to stop comparing ourselves to others. Everyone has a different path, different experiences, and different challenges. We cannot see the full picture of someone else's life, so comparing is unfair and often harmful. Instead of comparing, we can focus on our own journey and celebrate our progress. We can learn to be proud of the small steps we take every day. Speaking kindly to ourselves is also important. The way we talk to ourselves matters. If we are always criticizing ourselves in our mind, we will start to believe those negative thoughts. But if we change our inner voice to be more supportive and caring, we can build more confidence and peace. For example, instead of saying, I'm so stupid for making that mistake, we can say, I made a mistake, but I can learn from it. This small change can make a big difference over time. We should also surround ourselves with people who accept us for who we are. When we are with people who are kind and supportive, it is easier to accept ourselves. These people remind us that we are lovable just as we are. They help us see the good in ourselves when we forget. And we can also be that kind of person for others. When we accept others without judgment, we create a safe space where everyone can grow and be their true selves. Embracing imperfection also means letting go of the idea that we need to always be in control. Life is full of uncertainty. Sometimes things go wrong. Plans change. People disappoint us. We cannot control everything, and that is okay. We can learn to accept what we cannot change and focus on how we respond. This helps us stay calm and strong, even during difficult times. Another helpful practice is gratitude. When we focus on what we are grateful for, we stop focusing so much on what is missing. We begin to see the beauty in our everyday lives. We notice the little things, a smile from a friend, a warm cup of tea, a quiet walk in the park. Gratitude helps us appreciate life as it is, not as we think it should be. It helps us accept ourselves and our journey with more peace and joy. Self-acceptance is also about understanding our emotions. We all feel sad, angry, or anxious sometimes. These feelings are not bad. They are part of being human. Instead of pushing them away or pretending to be okay, we can learn to sit with our feelings and understand them. When we allow ourselves to feel, we heal. We become more in touch with our true selves. This is a big step towards self-acceptance. It is also helpful to think about the messages we received in childhood. Sometimes we carry negative beliefs about ourselves that started when we were young. Maybe someone told us we were not smart, not beautiful, or not good enough. These messages can stay with us and affect how we see ourselves as adults. But we can challenge these beliefs. We can remind ourselves that we are not the same person we were back then. We can choose to believe new, healthier thoughts. We can choose to treat ourselves with love and respect. Sometimes, we also need to forgive ourselves. We all make mistakes. We all have moments when we wish we had done things differently. But holding on to guilt and shame does not help us grow. Forgiveness is not saying that what we did was okay. It is saying, I will not let this mistake define me. I will learn from it and move forward. This is an important part of embracing imperfection. It is about understanding that we can still be good people, even if we have made bad choices in the past. Learning to accept ourselves is a journey, not a one-time event. It takes time, patience, and practice. Some days will be easier than others. Some days, we will feel strong and confident. Other days, we might feel insecure or unsure. And that is okay. What matters is that we keep trying. We keep showing up for ourselves with love and kindness. We keep reminding ourselves that we are enough. Even when we are struggling, we are still worthy of love and compassion. One beautiful thing about embracing imperfection is that it helps us connect with others. When we are honest about our struggles, we give others permission to do the same. We create deeper, more authentic relationships. We realize that we are not alone. Everyone is trying their best. Everyone has their own battles. When we accept ourselves, we become more accepting of others. We become more understanding, more patient, and more loving. Embracing imperfection also brings more joy into our lives. When we stop chasing an impossible idea of perfection, we can enjoy life more fully. We can laugh at our mistakes. We can try new things without the fear of failing. We can be creative, adventurous, and free. We start to see the beauty in things that are not perfect, like a painting with uneven lines, a song with a few wrong notes, or a day that did not go as planned but still made us smile. Life becomes more beautiful when we stop trying to make it perfect. And we become more beautiful when we stop trying to be perfect. In the end, embracing imperfection and practicing self-acceptance is about being honest with ourselves. It is about saying, this is who I am, and that is enough. It is about choosing to love ourselves, not just when we succeed, but also when we fall. It is about giving ourselves the same care and understanding we give to others. It is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Because when we accept ourselves, we give ourselves the freedom to live fully, to love deeply, and to grow bravely. And that is the kind of life we all deserve.